Hello and welcome. Today's how-to tutorial is going to look at the creation of a Plex Media Server appliance. In this tutorial, we're going to install Plex Media software, and here I'm on the Plex website, onto a computing device that is running Ubuntu Server software. What is the definition, or what is my definition of an appliance? An appliance is a black box, essentially. It's a single-use box, and it is maintenance-free, or as maintenance-free as is possible. That is what our goal for this Plex Media Server appliance should be. This is the first of a three-part series on achieving this goal, and today in the first part we're going to look at what software we're going to need to create this appliance. In the second part we will look at the actual installation of Ubuntu onto the hardware, and in the final stage we will look at how we can configure and set the appliance so that it is as low maintenance as possible. Before we start, let's have a quick look at Plex. Plex, as I said, is free, and with Plex you can stream your own media content. They can be music, they can be photos, they can be movie streams or personal DVDs, etc. And today with Plex you also have content that is made available for you to consume. This is provided by Plex itself. And with this content, you can watch movies pretty much as you would with YouTube and other online services. Plex comes in two flavors, the free version and the paid version. Those of us who have purchased either on a subscription or through a lifetime payment are said to have a Plex Pass. And Plex Pass offers certain functionality over and above the free version. I will be including all the links as we go along. Since some of these tasks will take some time, I'm going to start with the download and then discuss the idea of the appliance as the downloads are progressing. First of all, I'm going to use Ubuntu Server. So I go into the Ubuntu website, I choose download, and in my case, I'm looking at the server. Let us start the download. And as you can see, the download is going down. Another software I will be using is Rufus. Rufus is a very small program, and as I will explain later on, Rufus will be used to allow me to transfer Ubuntu on a pen drive. I'm downloading Rufus as well. Even though I won't be using it today, I will download PuTTY. These are the three software tools I require. I'm using the 64-bit version. Ubuntu is an operating system, pretty much like Windows. The difference between Windows and Ubuntu is that Windows is a commercial software from Microsoft, while Ubuntu is free software and it is a very popular flavor of Linux. Ubuntu comes into tiers, so to speak. You can have either the desktop version or you can have the server version. The desktop version is pretty much software with a graphical user interface like Windows. On the other hand, Ubuntu Server is character-based and it is essentially unfriendly. You fear typing in commands or instructions. But worry not, in this tutorial, things are going to be pretty easy to follow. Why have we taken the server route rather than the desktop? We've taken the server route because the server has a lower footprint, meaning it requires far less resources to run than the desktop. And as I said, since we want to have an appliance, we are targeting as much as possible that all the resources of the machine are directed to serving Plex rather than serving, a fancy graphical interface. Also, since we won't be necessarily interacting with this appliance a lot, having a graphical interface that is eating machine resources is a bit of waste of CPU. I would like to point out that Plex may at times be required to do some heavy loading from its end. So sometimes if you have a movie, Plex may need to convert it, to transcode it. That means that Plex may need to take it in the format it is and convert it offline or on the fly to a format that can be managed by the device you're watching the movie on. Any and every bit of CPU that we can give to Plex would make our device far more efficient. Moving on. As you can see, I have downloaded my 3 programs, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install Rufus. Rufus is a very simple program, though very useful, that allows you to transfer an ISO file, a disk image file, onto a pen drive, thereby allowing you to boot from pen drive. To do this, I've stuck a pen drive into my computer, that is drive V, and I'm going to tell Rufus that I want on this pen drive to install the Ubuntu Server software I downloaded. So I choose that. Partition scheme, target system, I would leave the defaults. Do be aware that once you start the process, contents of the pen drive will be removed. In my case, being told that there is data on this drive and that it will be erased. And I have no problem with that, so I'm going to say yes. And in the next video, we will be taking this image, this ISO, which we are installing on a pen drive, and booting from it into a new machine. This machine is going to be our appliance. That is the next video we will look at. PuTTY, which we haven't used today, is going to be used as a terminal that will allow us to access our Ubuntu Server Plex appliance from within our Windows environment. The benefit of that is that it is going to eliminate the need to type anything in, because we will simply copy the instructions from Windows and paste them via PuTTY into our appliance. This makes it very easy to configure and set the next steps of our HOWTO. Rufus is ready, so we can close this, and if I look at my pen drive, it has been renamed and it is set up so that I can boot from it. The last thing I'm going to do is eject it from this computer so that now we'll start the process of installing it. Thank you for the time being. See you in part 2 of this HOWTO.